Today's guest is Alicia Matthews from Richmond, Virginia. Alicia and I met in 2006, and we quickly realized we had a lot in common. We were both East Coasters living in Dayton, Ohio, and we had strong ties to Virginia. We were both military spouses, and it turned out our husbands kind of worked together. They didn't know each other very well when Alicia and I met, but they did actually work together. We exchanged numbers immediately, and the rest is history. I haven't seen Alicia in years, like in person, but each time we talk, we just pick right back up where we left off. And I'm sure today will be no different. Hi, Alicia.
Hi, Cecelia. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining today and for being patient with all the scheduling and rescheduling. And we've both just been busy with our families. So thank you for hanging in there and just making today happen.
Oh, of course. And I just want to say, first off, congratulations on this. This is
Thank
a
you.
really wonderful podcast. I've been listening from day one. And I mean, I've really enjoyed all the conversations you've had with your guests. And
Oh,
so your topics are really relevant and they resonate with so many. So I'm excited to be a part of it. Thank
yay.
you.
Well, thank you for being a part of it. The conversations are fun for me too. I mean, it's really just me having fun talking to my friends, and you're one of my great friends, and I always have fun talking to you. So thank you for being here. Today's topic is keeping it real. And I feel like that is the perfect topic for you. Do you agree?
So I'm gonna keep it real.
You're going to keep it real.
When you first spoke to me about talking about keeping it real with friends, I got a little nervous. Can't lie.
Why?
Because I started racking my brain and trying to figure out, okay, what conversation did I have with Cecelia? What did I say? I hope it wasn't rude or
No, it wasn't.
offensive. I mean, we're still friends, so hopefully not. Um, But yeah, I don't know. I just don't think of myself as like a keep it real type person, but I guess maybe I am. I don't know. We're about to talk about it and find out, I
We're
guess.
about to talk about it. Maybe you're not a keeping it real person, but you were at the moment that I needed you to be. So
Okay.
that's maybe I'll put it that way. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
But before we talk about why I say you're prone to keeping it real, let's just talk a little bit about, who you are. I'll ask you a couple of questions. There's some things I know, but there's a lot that I don't know because we haven't been in daily contact in quite a while.
Mhm. Yeah.
But for those who are listening who don't know us, I did mention that we lived in Dayton, Ohio.
Mhm.
But can you just tell everyone where we met or how we met?
Oh, yes. So yes, we were both in Dayton, Ohio. We'd moved there for our spouses, really.
Yeah.
And I remember at the time I had decided to go back and get an advanced degree.
Yeah.
So I went to University of Dayton, and it was my very first grad school class.
Yeah.
And I was so nervous. And I saw this beautiful girl sitting nearby, and I was like, wow, she seems like she's nice. And I think we went through class, and I'm not sure who initiated the conversation afterwards. Probably you, because I'm a little bit shy. But um, I just started talking to you, and we were like, oh, we have this in common. Oh, we have this in common. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
this. And from there, it was just like immediate friendship.
Yeah.
It was instant, and it
Yeah.
was nice.
Yeah, and it was also my very first night, very first class of graduate school. And I was on the fence. I was like, do I even want to do this? I don't think I had
Mhm.
committed to the whole program. I just wanted to see how I felt in that one class. But I met you and I loved the class and the school worked out. And yeah, we've been friends ever
Ever
since.
since.
Ever since. It was great.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. I believe that with all my heart. It was meant to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what's your favorite friendship moment? Something you and I did together or experienced together that makes you smile or cringe or just remember
Mhm.
fondly?
nothing cringy, as the young folks say. The time that we were together, it was very short. I think it was 2 or 2.5 years that we were living in close proximity to each other. But I just remember just having a lot of fun.
Hmm.
It was just a good time. I remember us introducing our husbands to each other. And
Hmm.
I think we've been talking about it for days, maybe even weeks. Oh my God, they're going to love each other, blah, blah, blah. And crossing our fingers because, it doesn't always
You
work
don't
out.
you don't really know. You just
You
hope.
don't know.
Yeah.
But they met, and of course they did. They got
Yes.
along great. They're friends to this day.
Yes.
And so that was fun because then, you and I, we had our time together, but we could also get together with our husbands and
Yeah.
explore the town and yeah, go to each other's house and play. What did we play? Phase 10.
All kinds of silly things. Um, now that I think about it, you were a newlywed when we met. Like you guys had just moved there.
Yeah.
You maybe
Yeah.
had been married a few months. It wasn't very long.
Yeah, it wasn't
Because
long.
yeah, we were
I think it was like 9 months or something. Yeah.
okay.
Uh,
And we had been married maybe 2 or 3 years. So you called us the old married couple, and we were like, "You guys are newlyweds." But now that I think about it, you were probably our first like couple friends, where you
yeah,
and I
yeah,
were friends and Brian and Tukes were friends and together we all just had a good time.
yeah.
And we looked for that every time we moved and, you
Uh-huh.
know, we found
Uh-huh.
it in a couple
Uh-huh.
places, but it started with you. You guys were our first couple friends.
Aw.
So I just realized that. I love you guys. I do.
Yeah, we had so much fun. It was a lot of fun.
Well, when we met, I think we knew that there was just a real connection. We knew we had a lot in common. And our friendship did grow. But I want to tell you about my favorite moment with you because it was this moment that made me know we're not just going to be friends in Ohio, we're going to be friends for life.
Mm.
So we were in graduate school, prone to complaining about our days, about the assignment, about this, about whatever.
Mhm.
Our lives were very parallel. We
Yeah.
were you and I were in graduate school together. Our husbands were in training together.
Uh-huh.
Again, both military spouses. I don't know exactly what was going on in my life that day, but I had a lot more complaining in my spirit this particular day, this
Okay.
particular night of class. So we parked our cars and we were walking up the steps, at UD. There were some steps to get up to the classrooms.
Mm-hmm.
We were walking up the steps and I was just going on and on. My husband was working too much and, how dare he not be there when I need him to be there? And I was just going on and on and on. I don't remember the incident, but I was
Hey.
upset about something. And you just turned, you stopped on the steps and you turned to me and you kind of chuckled and you said, "Girl, you know you tripping, right?"
I did.
And I just, I paused. I didn't know what to think. My first thought was, how dare you?
Right, right.
And then my
I
next
was
thought
too.
was, yeah, like, how dare you? You can't tell me that. Um, but then I paused for a second and I was like, you know what? I am tripping. It's me. It's me right now.
Huh.
And you went on to say, I understand you miss your husband. I understand he works a lot. My husband works a lot too, but girl, it's his job. It's it's his job. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
all
yeah,
you
yeah.
really said. And that same little laugh you're doing right now, you were
Oh
doing it on the
boy.
steps.
Oh boy.
So it kind of broke through whatever nonsense I was experiencing.
Hmm.
And you just had to be real with me and be like, no, it's you. You're the problem right now. Um, so I went home later and I told my husband about it. He was like, yeah, Alicia. Yeah, that's my girl. That's my girl. And every time we talk
That's
about,
funny.
yeah, and Brian and I talk about this because it was a
Yeah.
defining moment. For me, it was a defining moment in our relationship, like you and me.
Okay.
But it was also that you helped me keep my life in perspective. I was
Okay.
complaining about a really great husband who was working hard to secure our future. That's
Yeah.
kind of silly, right? Um, but you think about all the times people don't have someone speaking into their life and they're out here, 'cause they're out here, 'cause they're working hard, 'cause they're out here, 'cause they're working hard, 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 'cause looking crazy, acting crazy, saying all
Mm-hmm.
kinds of crazy things.
Uh,
It's nice to build each other up and tell me I look great in a dress or tell me what I need, what I want to hear.
mm-hmm.
But I like the friends that tell me what I need to hear. You go
Mm-hmm.
out on a limb, perhaps, and you tell me what I need to hear. Maybe I don't like it in that moment, but it's going to save me from things I'm really not going to like down the road. So thank you.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if you do
Oh,
that all
wow.
the time, but thank you. Yeah.
Wow. I kind of remember this conversation. I didn't remember exactly what I said,
Yeah.
but
I
that didn't
remember
sound
it
like something I
very,
would say.
very
You
well.
tripping.
You said you tripping. That's all you tripping. It's his job. Yeah.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know, I don't even know if I don't know what I was thinking in that moment. I guess I just felt comfortable enough with you at the time to just say, hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I experienced a lot of the same feelings you did at the time and, just trying to figure it out. And that's probably something I would tell myself, I think,
Yeah.
is like, okay, calm down. It's okay.
Yeah.
So I don't, yeah, yeah, that's too funny. Well, I'm glad it's not something really, really like wild.
No, it wasn't wild. It was perfect, honestly. It was perfect.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
good. I'm glad you took it that way because yeah, usually I laugh. I guess that's why I kind of laughed when I was a little nervous when you said I was the keep it real topic. Is because I really am very selective about what I say to people.
Hmm.
Um, because I just try to be mindful of what they're experiencing at the time, and I know that's how I want to be treated if I'm going through something. So I usually don't just go, oh, go after people. But yeah, I could probably give a little nudge here or there.
Yeah. You give great nudges and you're a great listener.
Oh, thank
You
you.
really are. You really are. Is there ever a time that you were honest with someone and it wasn't well received? You said that you're very selective. Is that because something happened or just in your personality? Um, I,
Mm.
I just asked you three questions in one, but yeah, is there ever a time it wasn't well received?
I can't think of a specific time where it wasn't well received. Maybe the other person didn't tell me. Maybe they
Hmm.
don't talk to me anymore. I don't know. I don't know. I've never had any backlash, if that's what you mean,
Yeah,
from being honest with someone. Because again, I try if I offer any advice, and believe me, I don't really just throw out advice because, I feel like I'm still trying to get answers too.
yeah,
So who am I to just tell people, how to feel or what to think? Um, but, I just, when I say selective, I do. I feel like I have to really trust the relationship. I have to get a good sense of where the person is emotionally. So if they're going to receive it well. Um, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I've got to really know you and I've got to feel comfortable with you. So
Hmm.
that's just a testament to how I felt and how I do feel about you. So.
Yeah. Oh, I feel so special. So special. Is there anything you wish someone had told you but didn't?
Mm. I don't want to seem like I'm avoiding the question because I'm not. I can't think of anything specific. So let me speak more generally. I just wish that people in general, um, particularly women, were just a little bit more honest about
Hmm.
the joys and challenges of life. And
Hmm.
I know you touched on this with another one of your friends, but I just wish people wouldn't just paint everything with, you know, beautiful flowers and,
Yeah.
just, try to make everything seem so perfect. And I wish people were more honest about, parenting and,
Yes.
you know, careers, trying to find a career, trying to find yourself, trying to find balance, relationships with family, spouses. I just wish people were maybe a little bit more candid and honest about what they're experiencing.
Hmm.
Because I just feel like sometimes what happens is you feel like you're the only one like challenged or struggling with something.
Right.
And that's just not the case.
Right.
So I just wish in general that would be the case, that we would just be a little bit more vulnerable.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You know, I said something about this in a previous episode. I I do think a lot of people just feel isolated and they do feel alone. And I believe we need other humans to know that we're just not alone. Like we need to be in contact with one another. You know, those in communities of faith might call it fellowship with one another. There's
Hmm.
a reason we're supposed to be in fellowship with one another. You know, when you're alone, you're just sitting there deep in your own thoughts, getting down about something that perhaps half the world is experiencing right now and the other half
Right.
experienced yesterday. So I hope that there's something that, you know, we say here or that it doesn't have to be me. I just hope people know that they're not alone. Other people have challenges, other people have joys, other people have sorrows, other people have hurts. I just want people to know they're not alone.
Yeah.
And friendship for me is a huge part of that, knowing I can call you when I'm experiencing this thing, and I can call, you know, Wendy or Lauren or Alex when I'm
Hmm.
experiencing something different. It's really helped me get through life, and I hope other people find the same benefit in friendship. I really do.
Yeah. I totally agree. It's important. Hmm.
Well, thank you, Alicia. This was just as much fun as I thought it would be, and I
It
hoped it
went
would
by
be.
so
It
fast.
did. It went by so fast. But thank you. Thank you for keeping it real with me back in, I don't know, the early 2000s.
Yeah, early 2000s.
I won't even make up a year. I don't know what year it was. But thank you for keeping it real. Thank you for helping me keep my life in perspective. I don't know where I would be without friends like you,
Oh,
gently and at times not so gently guiding me back to reality. We all need a friend like you. So thank you.
oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I'm glad I could be that for you. And you've definitely been that for me as well. So I appreciate it.
Well, that makes me happy. I will talk to you soon, and we got to get the guys together to talk about things, talk about
Yes.
their guy things. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
All right. Have a great day. I love you.
Love you too.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.